Hey, this is a spelling lesson for today for the week. So we'll go over 4 words today, just like we've been doing in our last videos, and then you can practice them throughout the week. Our first word today is acquaintance. This goes along with the word from last week, acquaint, which means to become familiar with somebody or to just kind of be friendly. This word acquaintance means the person that you kind of know, but not super well. So you would use the word acquaintance for somebody who, like for some of you, maybe a person that is in your neighborhood but you don't play with very often, or somebody from another class at school. So you know who they are, you know their name, but you don't know them well. We call that person an acquaintance. So the word acquaint, we thought to spell acquaint. For this one, we'll think to spell acquaintance. Arms out as we say it. Acquaintance. 3 syllables. In our first syllable, what sounds do you hear? K, 2 sounds. Just like in the last one, the k is ks. In the next syllable, what sounds do you hear? Qu, a, n, t, 4 sounds. This could be spelled exactly like the last word. So it's qu, never use Q without U. A, 2-letter A that we do not use at the end of English words. N, t. So acquaint. Our last syllable, ants, what sounds do you hear? A, n, s. 3 sounds. So the s sound comes from ks, which says its second sound because it's followed by a silent final E, job number 3. So acquaint, ants, sound it out as you write. Okay, you can pause it if you need more time. Make sure you're sounding out those phonograms every time that you're writing. Let's go over the spelling of it. Syllable break. Qua, a, n, t. Syllable break. N, s. Sound finally, job number 3. Acquaintance. Okay, if you need to make corrections, you can do that now. And let's go over the markings. We pronounce this word acquaintance, so keep that in mind as we mark. Thinking cap on a, the k is going to end up being silent because we say acquaintance and we skip over this. And we've got qua. A should see you actually making the movements with your arms. Hopefully you're still doing that and still having practice of finding the markings on your own too. And acquaintance. This gets muffled, so we're going to put a thinking cap on a, second sound of ks, and silent final lead job 3, and then go back to that ks, which is affected by the rule. This is a noun. It's a person. Okay. Our next word is eliminate. So to eliminate means that you are taking out something. We use it sometimes when we're taking quizzes or tests to say, eliminate other options. You could say that somebody is eliminated from a game. That means they have lost and other people are continuing on, or like in a spelling bee, people would be eliminated if they get words wrong. So eliminate is our word. Would you sound it out? Eliminate. 4 syllables. Our manual has eliminate, and we'll go with that as our syllable break, even though the n ends up kind of getting moved to the last syllable as we sound out eliminate. So in the first syllable, what sounds do you hear? E, 1 sound. It's just e saying its name. Next, l, I, m, 3 sounds. Basic code. Next syllable, I, n, 2 sounds. Basic code as well. Final syllable, a, t, 2 sounds. A says its name because it's followed by a silent final E, job number 1. Sound out the word eliminate as you write. Okay, I'm going to go over the answer. Pause if you need more time to write, though. Okay, so eliminate. E, syllable break. O, I, syllable break. I, N, syllable break. A, T, silent finally, job number 1. Hopefully yours matches mine. If not, take a moment to correct it. Eliminate. You can think of ate a lemon. Eliminate. Now, our manual has us put a thinking cap on this because sometimes we do pronounce this word eliminate. We muffle the at E there. But the proper way to say it is eliminate. So I'm not going to do a thinking cap on it. Nothing here. This is all basic code. Eliminate. This is going to be our vowel, consonant, vowel pattern for silent final E job number 1. So we underline. I know it's a little harder to see. I'm going to make it bolder. A, T, and then we have a silent final E job number 1 there. Eliminate is an action. It's a verb. Okay. Our next word is endeavor. This might be a new one for you. An endeavor can be a noun or a verb. Usually we use it as a noun to say it's something that you're striving for. So someone might have the endeavor of possibly winning a trophy for their soccer championship. I know we've got several soccer players in class. So your endeavor is trying to work towards that goal, whatever the goal is. So it can also be used as a verb, which is the action of trying to reach your goal. So you could say, I endeavor to get all A's at the end of each quarter, something like that. So for the word endeavor, let's sound it out with our think to spell endeavor. Endeavor, 3 syllables. In the first syllable, what sounds do you hear? N, 2 sounds. The S sound gets muffled a little bit when we say endeavor, but we should say so we use e. Endeavor. What's in our next syllable? Dev. What are the sounds? D, v. 3 sounds. The second S sound is going to come from E-A. What are we using? Okay, so E-A will make the S sound in our second syllable. And then our last syllable, what sounds do you hear? Or, 1 sound. That's just the phonogram or. So the sounds again, or the syllables again are N, dev, or. Sound it out as you write. Pause if you need to. And let's go over the correct spelling. N, syllable break. D, v, syllable break. Or. Endeavor. Check to see if your spelling matches mine and make corrections if needed. We pronounce this word endeavor. We think to spell endeavor. So over here, we're going to have a thinking cap on E because it says more of an I sound. Endev, here is E-A. Think about which sound it's making. Endeavor, E-A. It's the second sound. And then here we have the phonogram or that makes an sound. This is a noun or a verb. Okay. And our last word that we're going to look at has the same spelling pattern at the beginning. And just like endeavor, this next word has kind of a muffled sound. Enthusiasm is our word. So enthusiasm is a synonym for excitement. You could show enthusiasm over your favorite hobby. You might have enthusiasm when it's approaching your birthday. So enthusiasm, we are going to think to spell enthusiasm. Just like endeavor, we really sound out the sound. Can you sound out the syllables? Enthusiasm. And actually, I need to make a correction for that one. The asm is a unique syllable, just like ism, where we actually kind of create an extra vowel sound that's not there. So let's try that again. Enthusiasm. So that asm is actually 1 syllable. Okay, and the first syllable, what sounds do you hear? N, 2 sounds. This is just like our endeavor. Basic code. Next syllable. Ooh. 2 sounds. The th is th. Okay? It's the first sound of that one. Like thistle. The oo is u, oo. So it's the oo sound of u, oo. Next syllable, z. The z is going to be s, z, and I-e. Okay, so s, z, I-e. Last syllable, z, m. The z sound is another s, z, so 2 of them making the second sound. And then the is, we kind of move on from z to and it doesn't, it sounds like there's a vowel sound there because we can't naturally go enthusiasm, so we create an extra like sound there. Okay, I'll sound it out with you as you write since this is a longer one. Go ahead and sound it out as you write it down now. Syllable break. Ooh. Syllable break. Z, e. Syllable break. Enthusiasm. Okay, I'm going to see if there's a note about the asm. And there's not, but I can get you maybe more information about that suffix later. Okay, for our word now, I want you to check your spelling as I go over it with you. Syllable break. Ooh, syllable break. Z, e, syllable break. Asm. Asm. Sorry, it's a little bit unclear in the video. Asm. Okay, and our first syllable, we are going to have a thinking cap on e. We say enthusiasm, like Shreya has enthusiasm over her coming birthday. That should be, that would have just happened after you guys watched this video, but the first sound of th, so we don't need to mark it with any number. For oo, we are going to underline it because it's saying its nickname. And which sound is it really saying? U, oo, so third sound. But we also underline because oo is the nickname. Z, into z. I-e is now saying the e sound. Z, second sound of z, and nothing for that. So enthusiasm. This is a noun. To make it an adjective, we would say, does anybody know? Enthusiastic. That's how you would describe somebody who has enthusiasm. Okay, those are our 4 words for this week. You need to practice them 4 times each. If it's nice outside, I'd encourage you to do it with chalk. If you've got a sidewalk or driveway that you can practice on, or any other creative way that you're practicing words, I'd love to see what you're doing to do that. Okay, that's all. I will talk to you later. Bye.